Welcome back, Weight Warriors. I'm Mike. I'm a fat guy who's trying to not be fat anymore by making lifestyle changes, and just finished up. This is the last day that I am on this calorie maintenance period after I did that 16-week deficit from January to like late April. So with that, it worked out really well timing-wise from my life personally to be doing this calorie maintenance period because there's been a lot personally going on. If you see, the background's different because I've moved again. I promise I'm not running from the law or avoiding child support or anything crazy like that. It's just how life has worked out. It's all good things, but for the most part, it's been, again, a little higher stress, higher outside activities than normal, which has been good for that to happen during my maintenance period. So it's less stress on me to be trying to focus on, hitting lower numbers of my calories or really tracking the scale as much. I have still been weighing in, but there was a period when we were moving that the scale was in storage, that there was like 2 weeks where I didn't have access to it. Not a big deal. I was in maintenance at that time, so it's not that significant, but I will say, I do want to note that I made a massive mistake. I should not have been in calorie maintenance for 8 weeks. That was far too long for my personal situation. And I will say, I got the 8 weeks from healthline.com. There was an article that if I would have read it and been more focused on what it was actually saying, then I would have probably caught it. But essentially, what the article wasn't wrong, but it was more focusing on helping someone to reverse diet who had been in a significant calorie deficit for an extended period of time. So my calorie deficit was appropriate, meaning it was around 500-ish calories a day, roughly. And it also was only for 16 weeks. So let's say, again, my TDEE was probably somewhere around 2,800 calories, and I was consuming around 2,100 calories. So actually, I guess it was like 700-ish, 600-ish calorie deficit. Anyway, still relatively appropriate for my size and activity level. But let's say I went crazy and cut my calories to only 1,200 calories a day, which some people do. And let's say I also did that for like a year. That's when you would implement the strategy of this 8-week kind of ramp up maintenance for a reverse diet. Again, that wasn't appropriate for me because I went from eating like probably 35 to 4,000 calories a day to then January 1st, like I said, trying to, getting around 2,200 a day. So 8 weeks was just too long. And I learned that, and I'll talk about this a little bit later, but I do have a nutritional coach right now. I also have a personal trainer. So I'm really upping this quite a lot as far as this whole weight loss journey. I'm really excited about this upcoming week, but I did want to note, and I did want to kind of explain myself that, yeah, that was a mistake, and I will not do another 8-week calorie maintenance to fight off metabolic adaptation. The logic behind it was sound. The theory was sound. It just wasn't applicable to my specific journey at this time. So after I got that out of the way, now let's get into this upcoming deficit and how I'm going to be leveling up what I call my 3 keys to success. I still am going to be doing these 3 keys. And again, a recap of these 3 keys in case you forgot over the last few weeks. Number 1, nutrition. So got to be tracking nutrition, got to be tracking everything that I'm eating. And I was, for the first deficit season, we'll say, for the first 16 weeks, I was only tracking my calories in. So I wasn't looking at macros, micros, wasn't looking at pretty much any sort of, whether I was eating good food, bad food, fast food, whatever, didn't matter. I didn't care as long as it was under my daily intake goal, which was, again, 2,000 calories, which was too aggressive just out the gate. But again, another minor mistake. Moving on. The next one, number 2 of the 3 keys to success was my activity level. So I probably was averaging before January. So at the end of 2022, I was probably averaging around 2,000 to 3,000 steps a day, maybe roughly. So I decided I would up that to 10,000 steps a day starting January 1st. It took me a little while to get in the swing of things, but once I got into it, it was pretty easy to hit 10K every single day. So that was my activity. Then the 3rd key to success was accountability. So that was you guys. So again, huge thank you to all the people who subscribe and encourage me along this way, even those who are in the Facebook group, or even not just the Weight Warriors Facebook group, but the other Facebook groups that are part of, accountability partners, all of you guys. Thank you so much for helping me be accountable throughout this process. Definitely still want you for this upcoming deficit. Please don't leave me. I need you. So that's what I did for the first one and had great success. Again, I lost over 40 pounds in 16 weeks. Huge improvements to really, my outlook on life, but energy, digestion, sleep, everything had major improvements. And I've learned that's called biofeedback, like, kind of the unmeasurable things, really had big improvements in all facets of my life when it comes to being a healthier person after this first calorie deficit. So tonight is Sunday night. Monday, tomorrow, I am starting my second calorie deficit season. So this one, I'm going to be a little bit more strategic, and my goal is to level up all 3 categories. So starting off with leveling up the categories, number 1 with nutrition. So with nutrition, last time again, just tracking calories. This time I'm going to continue to track calories, but instead of just saying, last time I just said 2,000 calories every day for the whole year. Now, this time I'm going to reevaluate those calories every 2 weeks. And I'm also going to be tracking my macronutrients. Primarily, the biggest one is making sure that I hit a daily minimum on my protein. Protein, I've learned, very, very, very important. So I'm going to want to hit a daily minimum on that. I also will track my carbs and fats, but protein is really a big one with nutrition. Another way that I'm upgrading my nutrition is I got a nutritional coach. So I got somebody who's helping me with my meal planning, with, again, figuring out how my macros should be aligned. And so along with increasing my tracking and covering more pieces or more items in my tracking, I'm also getting support from a coach. Very excited about that. All right, moving on to how I'm increasing or leveling up my activity, which is, again, the second key to success here. So with my activity, again, last time, 10,000 steps. This time, I'm still going to be doing that 10,000 steps, but I'm also going to be doing resistance training. So I've been going to the gym. I've been doing that for a few weeks now. And I missed a few workouts, obviously, when we moved, because, moving, so much fun. But yeah, so I missed a few workouts, but now I've been consistently working out in the gym at least 4 times a week for the last 2 weeks. Still getting over the soreness, but definitely increasing my resistance training along with the activity in my steps, I think is going to be huge for this calorie deficit season. And my goal is to get at least 3 resistance training workouts in a week, along with 10,000 steps a day. I'm also increasing my activity, leveling that up by getting a personal trainer. So again, very excited. I'm getting a lot of people in my corner to make sure that I have success in this weight loss journey. Pretty much, I'm just not allowing any room for failure here, trying to make it as clean, clear cut goal. Success is forefront. It's going to happen here. So that's how I'm leveling up my activity. Next, leveling up my accountability. So I will say, just right off the gate, I think it's going to be easier for my accountability now that I have a nutritional coach and I have a personal trainer. Personal trainer, obviously, it's going to keep me going to the gym and make sure I do the right workouts. And, obviously I'm not going to skip workouts when he's supposed to meet me there. So that's going to be pretty easy to keep me accountable for activity. For nutrition, obviously it really helps having a weekly check-in with a nutritional coach who's making sure everything is dialed in. So that accountability, top notch. The other thing that I've upgraded my accountability in is in accountability buddies. So I've actually got a few people now that we're accountability partners, and we're having a far more strategic outlook on it this go around than last time. And so we are doing our own weekly check-ins with each other. Right now we're focusing on, really the foundational stuff, like making sure our nutrition and our sleep's good. But anyway, I am also looking for more accountability buddies in this. So if you want to be my accountability buddy, seriously, either join the Facebook group and introduce yourself, see if there's somebody who wants to join. But I am, as of right now, seriously looking for more people to join me in this journey to be my accountability buddy. So seriously, reach out if you want one. I would be happy to help you with that, because hint, hint, it will help me level up my accountability. So that is how I'm upgrading my 3 keys to success for this upcoming deficit season. So I am super excited about this upcoming deficit season. Like I said, I'm really excited about implementing these additional levels up in my nutrition and activity and accountability. I'm definitely going to still continue to do these weekly updates. So feel free to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see how my weight loss journey is going. I don't have a specific weight in mind that I'm going towards. I did start this journey out being severely obese, so I'm still obese, not severely anymore, so cool. But I would like to be considered normal, I think. But also I know that I have more just muscle on my frame that might be a challenge. I don't know. We'll see. But I would love to have you join me on this journey. If you have any advice for a goal that I should have or an end, finish line in sight, let me know. But in the meantime, I'm just going to be focusing on implementing sustainable lifestyle habits that I can, just like I said, build on and continue to do for the next decade.